What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and let's make an astute observation. This past week, I've been spending a lot of time out of my home. Why? And some of the realizations that being out has given me, it's going to be in this video. So, let's spend some time, okay?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't have some tea. I'm finna tell y'all what I've been doing. So, I'm finna give you... That is uneven! I'm gonna give you an update about what I've been doing. Today I just got back. It's about 2:30 in the morning and your girl was partying and clubbing, okay? Now, what I have been doing for the last couple of days. I wanna say a couple of days ago, a friend reached out to me and said, would you go out to a bar? I said, okay, cool. We went to a bar. Now, at this bar, this story starts like 2 weeks ago because something just recently happened. That's why I'm giving you the tea. About 2 weeks ago, I went to the bar with a friend, and at this bar, we met another friend. I didn't really talk to this guy, but he was South African. He was a South African white boy, and he always talked about how he was a good cook, and I was curious about trying his meats. Now, the thing that happened was, after that, I was like, you know what? White boy was kind of cute. White boys aren't usually on my roster, but he was talking a lot like how I'm not like those other white boys. I know how to season food. And there's something about white on white crime that makes me a little bit more interested in white people. And I'm talking about white on white joining crime. I'm not talking about the fact that they tend to murder each other more. But that happens in every race. Like, I'm not finna, like, YouTube, don't ban me for saying this, but like every race, you tend to kill your own race more. It's statistically what happens. And I think it's because you're more likely to be around the people that look like you, aka your race. And so it's easier to kill people that look like you. Now, on another note, I met him, I met another guy who had tattoos all over, and he was like, I'm a tattoo artist, I'll give you a tattoo. And so I'm thinking about getting a tattoo like right here of like a lion and like some type of Rihanna shit. Y'all let me know if you guys got any pictures or ideas about the tattoo that I could get. I'm thinking about something in between the chest and like under the boobies, so let me know down below. But the tattoo guy was like, yeah, I do tattoos. And I was like, okay, cool, let's exchange information. And with the other guy, I was like, oh, okay, let me talk to this guy as well. I exchanged information, but he never added me back, okay? And I was like, oh, okay. And then later on that week, I was like, oh yeah, your friend never added me back. And then he added me back and was like, oh yeah, it was cool. And we talked a little bit. Now, I had already told my friend that night of that, oh yeah, I'm interested in him. Not I want to date him, but I think he's interesting and I want to like spend more time with him, get to know him. But I also said, but I think the issue is, I think he's an alcoholic. Now, this is something that I feel like a lot of foreigners become alcoholics, or maybe they were alcoholics back at home. But when they come to China, or even when they go overseas, it's party time, they're letting off steam, they tend to drink alcohol in copious amounts. So I was like, I'd like to meet him when he's not drunk. Every time I've met him, I think he's been drunk, okay? Or like really, really like not sober. And so she was like, oh yeah, this week, she was like, hey, Aaliyah, let's go out again. Let's go to this pretty much a foreigner bar. So now this foreigner bar is interesting because I think I can't say this without giving too much information away. But let's say there's someone at the bar who, before I got my reduction, was like, let me smash before you get your reduction. And then after I got my reduction was like, I can still show you what my tongue can do. And I'm like, aren't you married with kids? But also there's like a little bit of banter And one thing he told me is my wife will never suspect that she will never suspect anything between the two of us because I like skinny girls and you're not that. But I still like, for me, I still like it, but she'll never suspect that I like you because usually I go for skinny girls, skinny Chinese women. And I'm just like, okay, that's really, really making me want to sleep with you right now. I don't know why. I think there's something about negging, which men do a lot, but that's on a different situation. So I meet this guy again, and like we're talking, we're hanging out. He has a friend, we're flirting. Might have showed somebody my boobs, and might have saw somebody's tattoo that they have on their snake. And it wasn't a tattoo of a snake. It was a cross. But, like, you know, we're having a wild night. I'm drinking. We're having fun, okay? Making memorable moments, you know? And I won't say that I was drunk, but I definitely wasn't sober, okay? Definitely wasn't sober. And this guy says, you know, last time he took us back to his house. No, last time I met him, we went back to his house. He said he was going to cook barbecue. We got to his house. He was like, oh, you guys really came to my house? He was really drunk. Everyone was like, hey, let's just leave. We don't need to stay here. Let's just go, okay? And we ended up leaving his house maybe 10 minutes after we got there. So this time I was like, are we going to get to taste your meat today? And he was like, yes, come over. I'll make you a steak. So we go over to his place, and he makes steaks and fries. And it's chill, and he's like, something, another friend goes home, and we're still hanging out. He's talking about, come cuddle with me on the bed, okay? It's not given how men in the States do it, but it's given like, okay, he says, you three, it's me, my friend, and him. 2 girls, 1 guy. He's like, come cuddle on the bed. So I'm like, okay, this is my chance. Even though I'm not really into like this guy and like wanting to be boyfriend and girlfriend, it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? Camera zoom in. Editing Aaliyah, it's been a while. So I'm like, we can make some arrangements. Oh, we can make some arrangements, you know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't like, I'm not gonna go all the way. My friend is in the living room. But like, I was like, if something can happen, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, at the very least, you're not a married man trying to hit on me. You ain't got nothing, so it's just cool. But the entire time, this man was like, I'm too damaged and everything, and I don't wanna blah, 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 and I'm so damaged. And I was like, I never told him I wanted to be in a relationship with him. Why is he giving me all of these warning signs? You know what I mean? Why are you giving me so many like, red light, okay? I never said I wanted something more, and you keep telling me that I can't have something more, but I never asked you. Like, does that make sense? So that had me a little confused. I was befuddled. But like, when we get in the bed and we cuddling, Hump dude grabbed my boob. And I thought, not like, oh, you trying to be my man, but like he grabbed my boob. And then turned around and he did it like a, like, oh my gosh, like I need to turn around before I get myself in trouble. So he flipped around and was like, okay, you hold me instead. And so I held him, he fell asleep, and then I was like really awkward, like tried to ease up off the bed. And when I finally got up, he was like, oh, your friend's calling you, you should go check on them, right? So I went to go check on my friend. But really, I was just trying to leave. But my friend was asleep, so I couldn't leave. So we ended up staying the night. And in the morning, he had to go to work like an hour later because he was staying up all night. And this is why I say that he's a little bit of an alcoholic. Because who's drinking all night before they got to go to work for a full day? Like, who's drinking up until an hour before they got to go? That's alcoholic behavior. Okay, I'm just saying. But anyway, he had to get up, and when he got up, we went and like got on his bed. He told us to go to get on the bed. It's very comfortable, and we slept for like another 2-3 hours, and then we left. Okay, so after that situation, you know, of course I'm gonna tell my girl, and like then the girl, like me and the guy are texting, but he's so dry. He's so dry texting me, okay? Really, really dry. And I'm not trying to be his girlfriend or anything, but I'm like, this is really dry. Now, mind you, with my friend, they're talking a lot. They're talking a lot. He's not dry with her, so it's only with me that you're dry. I can understand we just kind of met, like, we're being friendly and all that, but, like, you know what I'm saying? So, what he's telling her is, number one, he don't even remember cuddling. Then when faced with facts of the cuddling, then he's changing the fact like, oh yeah, but there's nothing really going on with me and your friend. And not even being presented with more facts, he's trying to make excuses about why we aren't like doing, like it's nothing in it. Trying to make me, like, the best way I can put it, y'all, because hear me out, trying to make me seem like I'm a thirsty girl, trying to make me seem like I'm such a thirsty girl that, like, I got the wrong message from him. Like, I didn't get a message that we wanted a relationship, and I don't know how you got the message that I wanted you more than a one night thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you got that message from, but I don't think I was given it. But he was trying to clean up his tracks because he likes my friend. And, like, my thing is, I don't have no problems with people like my friend. But, like, he would say little slick-ish, okay? He had the nerve to tell me that my friend was kind of in competition with me, okay? So she would see me hitting it off with someone, and she would go and try to run interference because she that's how girls are. They can't let a girl have her moment. So she'll go. And I'm like, you're treating me like I'm the duff. When, baby, I know, if, at the very least, in certain spaces, baby, I'm a 10. All this personality, and I can't be a 10. Use off your rockers. Use insane. You ain't got no brain. Cuz something wrong with you. You think that I am insecure just because you see me as the duff don't mean I is. You know what I'm saying? So I felt some type of way about that. But he was talking that mess, and I was like, nah, like, I'm cool, I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? If somebody like her, they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality. She's a little skinny something, long hair. She's very beautiful. At the very least, a lot of people have told me that she's beautiful. You know, I like curvy girls, so it's not, like, I think that the best way to say it is, she's just not my cup of tea, but I know that people have told me that she's beautiful, so therefore I know she's beautiful, right? But if people like her, we are nothing alike. So I know if you're feeling her, you're liking her, you're not my boy. You're not for me, right? And that doesn't hurt me that someone wants someone who I'm not, because I'm never going to be that. So, like, why would I feel like hurt? Like, I don't love you. I'm not, like, so into you that, like, you liking my best friend is going to destroy me, okay? I barely know you, and you're white, okay? And I don't want to sound racist, but I am. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? You're a white man. And first of all, I don't really like men, and then you got to add white to it. The only thing you had going for you is you knew how to season, because you're South African. But take that away, you're still a white man. And that's mediocre. No, I'm just kidding. I've already went white, okay? And once you go white, you don't go back without a fight, okay? I had to think about that. So, all in all, that's how that night ended. And so the next day we go out again, okay? Now this time I'm not drinking much. I'm not really feeling like going out, but I still go out. Is my door closed? I'm not really feeling like going out, but I still go out. And the problem with that is when I'm with my girl, we gotta last the night together. Even if someone wants to go home, we try to stick it out so the other one can have fun. But this night I fucked up, because I had a bag with my laptop and my work computer in that bag, and I left it at the first bar we were at, Okay. Now at the first bar we were at, I saw the guy. Me and my friend had already talked about how he said that I thought something was happening and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. So I walked in. I was like, hello, gave him a nod and kept it moving. He tried to give a hug. I said, okay, I give him a hug, very quick hug, and then kept it moving. I know you're not into me, and I know you're trying to say like I'm thirsty and into you, but okay, well I'm just gonna protect my own, stay away from you. And his friend was there. So I was talking to his friend, and I told his friend all the freaking tea. I said, this is what your friend did last night, and I think he's iffy because of this, okay? These are my reasons. Had he not did it, I wouldn't have thought he was iffy. One thing about me is I'm gonna talk my shit. And I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm gonna talk my truth, okay? Can't hold a bitch like me down. Now, on another note, after that bar, we went to another place because he wanted to go party. Now, once we get to this place, the music is too loud. I realized I left my laptop, my computer, my iPad at the other bar. That bar was closed. There was no way for me to get my things. I had to go to work the next day, so I was really anxious. I needed to smoke 2 cigarettes before I could calm down. And again, there's a lot of people. This other guy, the one from South Africa, he's the type of person that will sit down and then have a table full of people, okay? He don't know these people, but he just have a table full of people, okay? That shit makes me anxious. I know that to a certain extent I'm very extroverted. Like, a lot of people would rarely say that I'm introverted, but the reality is I'm introverted. I can't deal with people. They make me anxious. I notice subtle things that people do that make me feel like, you're iffy. And that's the thing. Interacting with people, I'm always noticing things. I think that's the biggest thing. I notice things so much where other people don't notice it, and so they can continue to hang out with someone. But then I'm like, I notice that every time we hang out with this one guy, he says something like this, and I think that means he's insecure, and I don't like how he says that. And he's saying it about this one person, and this person is like, I never noticed. And I'm just like, no, he does it every time. It's weird. And they're like, oh, it's no big deal, don't think too much about it. Well, it's about you. You don't feel like it's a big deal? Okay. I need to try to pull my emotions back in that situation. However, like, that's the situations that come up. I will notice something, and maybe it's not a big deal to someone else, but I'm like, that's iffy. If I see that and I notice a pattern, that's even more iffy. So that's how I clash with people sometimes. So anyway, I was giving him the tea. We go to a new place. He's surrounded by a bunch of people. It's a bar. It's loud. I'm panicking. Standing behind my friend. She has other friends. I'm just feel uncomfortable, out of place. There's no place for us to sit either because you already filled the seats with new people. So I was just kind of like, I just really want to go home. And once you say you want to go home, in your head, you're just thinking about how you really want to go home. So anyway, my friend's like, don't go home, baby. I want to stay out. I said, okay, I'll try to tough it out. We go to the side. We're talking a little bit. We're chit-chatting. Now, the guy, we're going to call him White Chocolate. White Chocolate comes over. He's like, you guys, we're going to go to another bar. Come and dance with us. We're like, no, we're chilling right here. We're going to continue to talk. He goes to the bar, comes back with a story. Saw 2 foreigners going to jail, okay, because they tried to assault a Chinese woman. One got beat up by a cop, and the other one was also in trouble. I don't remember exactly what happened, but that was supposedly what he saw. He came back and he told us, like, oh my gosh, you guys, this just happened. These men did this. And he was like, yeah, that man that was talking to you earlier, one of the guys tried to talk to me. He looked pre-pubescent. You know that word. He looked young. So in response to him saying, that man that was trying to talk to you, I said, that was a child. And he was just like, oh, so you're trying to say it's okay what he did because he's a child? I said, no, I'm not saying anything of that sort. I'm just saying that was a child, not a man. And he was just like, oh, okay, just give me a reason to fight. I'm ready to fight. And I was like, why are you trying to fight me? And he was like, I said it just out front, like, why are you trying to pick a fight with me? And then he was just like, he didn't respond. And then we were getting ready to leave anyway. So I was like, again, why are you trying to pick a fight with me? And he was like, no, I wasn't. And I turned to the people who were just there and I said, didn't he just say that he was going to try to pick a fight with me? And so now people are de-escalating. I don't know if they saw the situation while it was happening, because let me tell you, I wasn't drunk, but maybe people are just de-escalating by ignoring what I just said, because they moved on over and we walked away, and I kind of was standing there and I was just like, are you going to stay? Because we were sitting outside of a bar. The bar had closed and they were like, we're going to pack up the chairs. Are you going to stay? He said, oh yeah, go. I was like, but they said that they were going to pack up the chairs. Like, they told us to leave. And he was like, I know the person who owns this bar. I'm cool. And I was like, okay. We walked down to the corner. We're calling our rides. While we were there, the other guy, this guy that I was talking to at the bar, was like, you know, you guys could come to my place and we can continue to talk, drink, and just, you know, chill. We don't have to be out. Me, someone who was already very anxious because of the situation, was like, you know what? I can be in this situation. There's just 3 people. We're listening to music. We can talk and chill. That seems more comfortable than being out at bars. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with going. So me, the friend, and the other guy go to his house, okay? We have great conversation all night. I fall asleep. They continue to talk. I wake up when they're finishing talking, and he's going to bed, and she's, like, next to me, and, like, we're sleeping, and, like, I slept on the couch. Nothing happened between them, but, like, you know what I'm saying? It was completely chill, comfortable. One of the reasons why I stayed at that guy's house is because my bag was at a bar, and the bar was very close to his house. So I was like, okay, I'll swing by and pick up my bag, because someone said the bar opens at 11, but the bar doesn't open at 11, it opens at 4. Okay, so I was waiting. I waited until 11:30, went to go pick up my bag, and the bar was closed. I didn't get my bag until after work that day. And I finished work around 8:30. So anyway, yeah. I'm not upset about that. But the thing that really kind of got to me, okay, is because that morning before I went to the bar, I sent messages to my friend and the guy. I was just asking them, is the bar open? Do you know when the bar opens? Just to try to be clear before I went. And I sent a message to White Chocolate. And White Chocolate blocked my ass. He blocked me. I was blocked. He blocked me. For what? And yeah, I'm not bitter about it. I'm not hurt about it. But it's still one of those things where I was blocked. Now I understand how people feel when I block them. But I block people to protect my peace. So maybe he blocked me to protect his peace. But I feel like I'm a very good person. So why do you need to protect your peace from me? Especially when we interacted just last night. Like for some people, I protect my peace. Like, I've never interacted with them, so there's also more reasons. Like, I deleted a girl that works in the same company as me, because I added her just because we were black and we talked about making plans together. She was here for 3 months, never made plans with me. And then also she got into a little tiff with like a girl that I considered friendly with, and I was just like, oh, it's not even worth it. Like, so I unfriended her in that aspect. I was like, we don't even speak. And then she tried to ask me about where did I get my braids done, when bitch, I've had dreads for a whole fucking year. How the fuck am I supposed to know where to get my braids done? But anyway, and then she called me out about it in front of a bunch of people. So you guys, you see that I don't really keep good connections with people. I'm trying to get better at that, but it's really hard, okay? Because I'm sensitive and I do see certain things. And when I see things, I'm like, okay. I even talked to a friend today. I said, okay, the next time you feel like I'm overthinking things, tell me. Because I feel like if in the cases that I've ever overthought things, I haven't been wrong. So you might say I'm overthinking, but I think my intuition is on point. Okay? Like, there's never been a situation in which I think that I've overthought things, especially, well, hear me out, when I've spoken about it with other people. Maybe I have intuition issues when I'm speaking in front of the camera. I'm talking about not my insecurities, but my worries. Like when I was going on a trip and everything was going wrong before the trip. Maybe I have problems like that. However, when I'm talking to somebody, it's after I thought about it for a while. If it's about somebody or a situation or things that are happening, I've connected the dots because I pay attention to the different dots. Okay? So, like I called it, the guy likes you. And then his friend was like, actually he does like you. And now my words are not so crazy now, are they? So, I hope that you were able to get some type of sense out of this whole conversation. But the reality is, I just got home and I was blocked recently. Now, we can have another conversation. On the way home, I had this idea about something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah, I remembered it. I'll see you next video, okay? Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And peace, love, and collard greens and chicken. Love you guys. Bye-bye.